You are listening to Parking Lot Perspectives with Darin and Evan.
Welcome back to Parking Lot Perspectives, episode
36.
36. This one is on the longest movie that Evan and I have yet to watch together.
Yes.
2 hours and 45 minutes of
One battle after another.
one battle after another. So,
Very good movie.
very movie. We've had a lot of our friends and family tell us, hey, you guys really need to see this movie and tell everyone what's going on. So, we did. We've just, you might be wondering where we've been lately. Well, you know, it's summertime, the end of summer, coming into fall.
Life.
Life happens, so you know you gotta pause for life. So
You do.
But
not for this movie.
this movie, first of all, go see it. I think I've right off the bat, go see the movie. It is a 2 hour and 45-minute movie.
It's a long one.
It's
so
a long
plan
one.
accordingly, but
Um,
they don't disappoint with the acting,
yeah,
the plot, everything, which we'll dive into.
yeah, 241. I'm sorry, it's 2 hours and 41 minutes. Budget on this one, 130 million. Shot almost exclusively in El Paso, Texas, and in California. You say Oakland, California?
Yeah, Sacramento, California, Trinidad.
So
I was just... all right,
Yeah.
let's get to
let's
the plot.
dig in. So the plot. Yeah, why don't you hit the plot, Ev?
We laugh about this because we're on the way home. It was a long movie, but it had so many different things going on.
Wow.
But-
Yeah, Evan said the pacing was really well done, and I would agree 100%. At 2 hours, 41 minutes, you're thinking, wow, But it wasn't, because you want me to hit the plot? You got the plot?
I read the one on IMDb. I think you're going to do it better.
No. The plot is
You're
basically
going to do
this.
it better. You're going to do it better.
The plot is basically this. The
As he
woman,
reads it.
Teyana Taylor, all right, Teyana Taylor, she plays Perfidia. Great song, by the way. Just out of the Mambo Kings, great sound.
Maybe I'll put it up.
But she plays Perfidia, and she's in the French Revolution, French 75.
Right.
It's a revolutionary thing, and Leonardo DiCaprio's in it with her as well. They're fighting the system, right?
Yeah, the American system.
The
whatever,
American system.
You know, whatever the current state is in this America, in this movie.
America. And by the way, this I think is a great call out right away. It could be viewed as Paul Anderson did this as like a current view on current politics, right? Because you've got Sean Penn, who plays a police person, then he's in the army. I don't know, he bounced back and forth. It was very weird.
He's a colonel, yeah.
Colonel. But basically it's about deportation and immigrants and rights and different things.
And then a group that revolted.
And that's what it is. And then there's a baby, and it moves forward 16 years.
Right. Great job.
There it is. That's a plot. Anything else I missed?
No, I think it's the conflict is Sean Penn, which we'll dive into, but 16 years go by and he kind of revisits these characters at a later point in their time, you know, in their lives. So it's pretty interesting how they did it all. So
yeah, and it's interesting more or less that Evan and I have seen this movie in a preview trailer since February. January,
yes.
February.
And
it was a comedy when we first saw it as a trailer.
It was. They never showed a clip of Sean Penn.
Never.
He
Ever.
was a hidden character. We saw one recent trailer, and he was in it. We're like, what?
Yeah,
and the trailer was different.
Yeah, it was like a serious movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how you kind of feel in this movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, it's a good segue. You're thinking it's a comedy at one point, and then it's a true drama, and then it's a thriller.
Yeah,
it's all of them.
I think that the way that IMDb marketed it's like it says action epic, dark comedy, political thriller. I would agree.
Yeah. And action.
In action. Evan and I talk all the time about the acting. This could be a flawless acting job.
Why don't we get into these?
Let's get into these actors.
This cast is unreal.
So you got Leonardo DiCaprio. He plays Bob.
Great name.
I would tell you, I would put him up for an Academy Award for this. You said he played neurotic.
Very neurotic character, just anxious, always worried about people coming after him, and you feel for him.
Yeah,
with what he went through and over this time period. So it was cool. It was cool to see him in that role.
He was phenomenal in the movie.
You said you sort of forgot that he's even acting at one point.
Yeah,
he fit that character so well.
Like 3/4 in the movie, I said to myself, God, he is. Oh wait, he's an actor. That's an Academy Award performance. I
Yeah,
don't see why not. But then you got Sean Penn. To Evan's point, we did not in the early trailers of this. Sean Penn was in it until like June. I don't think he came into the trailers until like May or June.
It's interesting because it's almost like they reshot it and they said let's,
Yes.
and I don't know if we can find that quickly, but I don't think they did. I think it was just hidden until he wasn't hidden and he
Yeah.
was brought into this movie, and he's a big part of this movie. It's not like he's in 10 minutes. So,
Great call.
good
Great
actor
call.
though. It's good seeing him back on the screen.
Yes. Next, Benicio del Toro. I told Evan, besides DiCaprio, I thought Benicio del Toro was just
I
he
always
was awesome.
always enjoy his acting, and these type of movies.
Yes.
He plays a good comedy. He adds comedy to this serious movie, and him and Leonardo DiCaprio bounce off each other so well.
Yes, they did. Good comic relief there. Evan's one of his favorites. Regina Hall pops up in this movie.
It's like she just got out of the set of Scary Movie. She looks the same. I mean, great job. It's good seeing her back. I know she's returning for the new Scary Movie coming out, so I'm looking forward to that. And she really handled this more dramatic role. I think very well. I'm used to seeing her in this comedy of a movie, and this.
True.
I know it's somewhat a comedy, but her scenes were more serious. So
Especially near the end. I mean, they're like a
pretty serious, yeah.
The main character that Leonardo DiCaprio falls in love with is Tiana Taylor, and
plays Perfidia.
And she is, I think, perfect for that role. I mean, she's just a badass.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you ask me, what's she in, as we usually do to review some of these actors and actresses, and she wasn't really in much. She was in a ton of music videos. She's like a music artist, a dancer, choreographer. She was in a ton of Chris Brown, Usher type videos. I'm sorry, she wrote a lot of their music for them, and I think that's interesting how this director, which we'll get to, I think he took about 20 years, I think I read,
to make
write
this movie. Yeah.
How did he come up with, I'm going to find this person to be my lead actress? Great job, though.
Yeah.
He found her, and she killed it.
And the only other person I would say, because he's been in movies before, is Tony Goldwyn. I think he wasn't the bad guy in Ghost. I think he was the guy who killed Patrick Swayze in Ghost.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I think he is the grandson or great grandson of Samuel L. Goldwyn, motion picture. So just a trivia for you there. So that's really the big cast. But the director is Paul Thomas Anderson. And I'm not going to lie, I get him confused with Wes Anderson all the time. And Evan had to remind me that this guy did There Will Be Blood.
Yes, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Boogie Nights,
which I have not seen.
1997.
That was 4.
Wow. Thank you, Evan. Licorice Pizza, too.
Yes.
He did Licorice Pizza.
Hoffman was in that.
Yep.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, which we saw in The Long Walk last time. Very, very interesting cast. And what's interesting in Licorice Pizza, I think, Sean Penn was in it. Or
Yes.
one of these movies, Sean Penn was in it. And as we always talk about, these directors love the type of actors that they direct. And I think bringing Sean Penn in, he should have no regrets whatsoever.
Yeah, 100%. And again, Evan just said it. So the guy who composed the movie. So I want to be clear. The soundtrack is fantastic, but the score is also very good. And the guy who did the score, Johnny Greenwood, did There Will Be Blood, did Inherent Vice. He is part of the Paul Thomas Anderson crew. So
keep it coming.
Yeah.
If we have to wait another 20 years, though, for another movie, I hope not. I'm really interested to see what this guy has left in the tank. I mean, it seems like he's doing really well. With the casting, the way that this was shot, everything was great.
Yeah, there's a scene in it. I'll go back to when Evan and I saw Sinners at the beginning of the year. There was a scene in the cotton field as the camera pulled back. And I said it's probably one of the best shots I've seen in cinema in the last 20 years.
I agree. It was very good.
They did this shot going over the road in El Paso. And everyone knows it. It's a famous road. You can literally put a stick in the steering wheel and you can go 70 miles
very
straight.
Hilly.
Very hilly. And they shot it. How'd you say it? From like
a first-person POV.
Yeah.
Like if you're front row on a roller coaster watching on YouTube, right? That's how they had it. And that comes into play, which no spoilers here. Great job. I loved how they incorporated that shot into what happened next.
Yep.
So
And I do want to talk about a little bit of trivia because
Trivia's good.
trivia is good. Lockjaw, so that's Sean Penn's
Second
character.
place champs on trivia right here.
That's right. Second. Ooh, good call. Royal Bliss, if you want to sponsor us, we're still here.
Yeah. Read my emails.
The guy who does the interrogation on this is actually played by a non-professional actor, James Jim
Really?
Ratterman, a security consultant and former HSI special agent. The guy was good, but he looked familiar as heck.
Yeah.
But they called out Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, Hooterville Junction.
Yeah.
Are lyrics from Gil Scott-Heron's song "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised," which is heard in the film. Each is a reference to a popular '60s TV series that I was not born for, so that's pre-me, Evan. That's old.
Wow, that
That's
must be old.
They did film over 7 months. I think that's kind of. I mean, there's some stuff in here, but it's just pretty well diversified as far as how they did everything. Evan, I might have mentioned earlier, he said the pacing was great for a 2-hour and 41-minute movie. I would agree, because just when you thought it's hitting a low point, the music or the score popped and it got you re-engaged. So well placed.
Yeah, we were walking out of the theater. We didn't get to interview anyone today. It was late. We got back very late, and on the way out, I heard one of the people who watched it with us say that the pacing was unreal. And to hear that as well, I think that was the overall feeling in the audience. And that you don't see that too often. I think you see more people saying, "Man, that was too long.
That was too long,
What
right?
was that?"
Yeah,
I didn't have that feeling.
We've been there.
We sure have.
Red one.
Yeah, long
so,
one.
And by the way, right now the scores are 95%. I think you said
On Metascore, it's
Metascore is
95.
95. Rotten Tomatoes is 95.
And
And
an
85 for
audience.
the audience, and IMDb is 8.3 out of 10. So,
I think there's one other thing. I just want to call out the daughter, the actress
oh my gosh, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Great catch.
Willa, Chase Infinity. We should talk about Chase
Wow.
Infinity as well. She did a great job, and you and I were looking at each other like, has she been in anything? And once I saw it, I was like, that's it. Presumed Innocent on Apple TV, a TV show with Jake Gyllenhaal. Wow, she plays the daughter of Jake Gyllenhaal, Jaden, I believe in that, and she plays that dramatic, trauma in that show. And I'm glad they gave her a shot in this. It was the only thing she was in. There was nothing else on her history on IMDb. So to give her this opportunity to be a good supporting actress in a top-notch movie, which could have Academy Awards in the future here, that's cool to be a part of.
I think she's got a bright future.
Yeah, and one other thing to call out, I just saw it. She is going to be in the new Handmaid's Tale sequel, The Testament.
Ooh.
She's going to be a lead in that, which is 15 years ahead of The Handmaid's Tale, which is a very popular show. But wow, I'm glad they cast her there, and that's something to check out for sure.
So what do you think?
Give her big kudos.
Excellent. What do you think about the special effects?
I enjoyed them. I really did. I everything from gunshots to blood to everything, I thought it was well done. Again, that movie theater experience, everything popped with those noises and with the special effects on top of it. I mean, we're talking shotgun blows, there's riot scenes, there's things that are happening.
Do you think there was any CGI?
I'm sure there is. There's always a little bit of CGI, but I think they did a well job that it didn't feel like
Right.
a 2-hour and 45-minute movie was, my God, this looks fake.
Yeah, it was live.
Nothing.
It felt like live action
Like,
sequences.
even
It
in the
didn't feel
car
like CGI.
scenes,
Yeah.
right, where you always think, they're talking, they're not even driving the wheel. They did a great job all around.
Yep. All right, we come to that time to find out what Evan's review number is going to be. Evan, what's the review and why?
Darin, this might be one of my highest reviews of the year. I'm gonna go with a 9.
Oh, you're making up for the last one for the long walk.
True, but this blows Long Walk out of the water.
It does.
I think
A 9. Why?
I just the incredible cast. Right, we have to talk about Leonardo DiCaprio. You're right. I think he alone could get an Academy Award for this.
Yeah.
Sean Penn, got to give him credit too. He plays that. Not to try to give too much away, but psychotic colonel in this setting, and I'm gonna say his name wrong. Benicio del Toro. Benicio del Toro also needs to get a shout out.
Muy bueno.
But again, you have this top-notch cast followed by a great story, and the pacing from start to finish. There were some moments where you're like, all right, pick this up, but not too much in a 2-hour, 45-minute movie. I think the movie covered everything. It closed all the gaps, and they handled it very well. I was drawn in from start to finish.
Great point from A to Z on covering everything, because the story I think we didn't talk
Yeah,
about.
and the sound.
The
Sound
story and the
was-
sound.
the music and stuff.
The writing on this,
Yeah.
the acting. So
Yeah,
my daughter Carly asked me, Dad, what's the difference between 8.3, 8.7, 8.5? But this one, I think I'm going to go a little higher. I think it's like a 9.5 for me. I mean, this is a 2 hour,
This is a
45
blockbuster,
movie.
folks.
This is a strong movie. I will bet you it is a contender for Oscars.
Yes, at least
at
in
the
the
time of
in the
year.
actor category,
Yeah.
actress, yes, for sure.
I even think Best Picture. It is, the story carries it. The acting is flawless. If you want great music, you might want to check out the soundtrack. I'm going to see if it's actually going to be available. But it's very, very good. I think a 9.5 is deserving on this one. I think the only reason it's not a 10 is it could have been a little shorter in my view, but still fantastic nonetheless. So hey, don't forget, click like, subscribe, follow, hit that button down below that Evan will pop up with a bing. We appreciate you. Keep giving us feedback. Let us know what's going on. Otherwise, we will talk to y'all soon.
Yeah, can't wait for the next one, folks. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.